Hey, what's up, guys? Shawn Realty Report here, the only real estate news you need to watch. So, today I'm going to look at the 97229 and then zoom out to Portland, Beaverton, Hillsboro, and then zoom out to Seattle and San Francisco as well. So, you can look at the whole picture of it. So, it's October 22nd, 2021. The zip code 97229 market right now. I'm just looking at some properties with a price decrease. So that is kind of inching up a bit. So this is right now it's October, November market. This basically tells you if you're thinking about selling, this is not the best time to list. The best time to list are the months that has least properties with a price decrease. Let's look at right there. That's April and May, and then it kind of increased right there in 2020. Well, let's face it, 2020 was a mess, but still, the cycle of the real estate market, the seasonality is the same. So October it was kind of high, and then it went down all the way. Let's look at this. So beginning about March, April, and May, the leased homes with the price decrease, meaning the homes at the listing price didn't sell, so they started reducing the listing price. That's not the time that you want to list the property. So the lowest months are March, April, and May. Same thing in 2020. Let's look at 2019. 2019 started somewhere in February and March, and then April, and then May, and then by June, people go on like vacation. School ends, and the vacation season start. They go to the beach. They don't look at homes. They come back in July and August. They start buying, and then like October, they're getting ready for like Thanksgiving and Christmas and things like that. So it's not the best time. However, for the buyers, when the properties with the decreased number is high, that's when you want to look at the property and be more aggressive in searching for your home because that's a good time to buy. So for sellers, not the best time. Buyers, it could be best time right now. So that's what it looks like. 2000 zip code 97229. The market action is 69. So it's a moderately still seller's market. Price per square foot is $308 per square feet. It kind of jumped. That number can be just skewed quite a bit depending on whether it's a brand new home that's listed, or whether it's a smaller home, bigger home. So that's not a number it's pretty consistent based on the location and the time frame. The one that I look at quite closely is the median rent. When the median rent goes up, the real estate price goes up as well. And then I look at the inventory. It looks like it's pretty stable, like 87, to about 90. That's fine. So market is kind of stabilizing. And then the median days on the market that I track, it went down. So things are selling a little bit faster. Let's look at the overall Portland. So overall Portland includes, oh, that's actually, there are a lot of Portlands here. We want Portland, Oregon. So overall Portland, that includes like Southeast Portland all the way to right next to Gresham. So looking at the market action, pretty similar to 97229. The market action is 66. Median rent is kind of going up and down, but overall it's pretty stable. Let's see, price decrease 39%. So that number is kind of high to my view. So meaning about 40 to 30 to 40% of the homes at the initial listing price they didn't sell, so they needed to adjust. That's like almost four out of 10. That's what 40% means. The square footage 303, pretty similar. So it is still a strong seller's market. Let's look at that price decrease to show you the seasonality. Pretty much the same. March, April, May, the lowest number of properties with a price decrease. October, November, highest, right? So again, that the seasonality applies to that market. Let's look at Beaverton. Beaverton market action is super hot. It's 91. So to me, that tells me there's a lot of like starter homes, move and up home. This isn't a market with a bunch of like a luxury price point homes. So and the other thing is right now the trend is that people are moving out to suburbs. I think the Portland is kind of like a hot potato right now politically and everything. And some things that the taxes are kind of high. Some of the businesses are moving out of Portland as well. Some move in too. But so the market action wise, Beaverton is pretty hot. It's a hot potato in real estate market. Price decrease, however, is kind of going up pretty fast right there. Same thing, same seasonality thing. The market rent, the median rent is that's okay. That's kind of stable. Inventory is pretty stable. Price decrease 35%. Median days on the market 21 days. Price per square foot $286 per square foot. So in this market, based on what I'm experiencing, when it's like 91, when you make an offer, there's a very high chance that you have to compete with anywhere between two to about five offers. And then let's go to Hillsboro. Hillsboro is 92, even hotter than Beaverton. Let's go, Hillsboro. So Hillsboro, the market rent just dropped. So that's something that I'll have to look at. This is a sample size issue too. When there aren't that many homes, when there aren't that many numbers, the numbers can be very up and down. That doesn't mean it reflects the complete market. So that's I'll keep an eye on that in the next few months. But the inventory is pretty stable. Price decrease is much lower than Beaverton, Portland, or 97229. The Bethany neighborhood. Everything's pretty good. Price for square foot is 270 to 287 per square foot. What's surprising is Beaverton and Hillsboro. And I think Hillsboro caught up quite a bit. Beaverton used to be higher in price than Hillsboro, but nowadays a lot of the industry, like the Microsoft, Apple, and Intel, they're kind of flocking together there, and they're leasing a bunch of office spaces. So I think, and the South Hillsboro with the brand new building going in like several homes every 6 months or so. So it's going to become pretty big, and overall the future appreciation potential, I think Hillsboro might have the most. Me and our agent David were talking about that, and we may actually dive into it and share with you a little bit more in the near future. Let's look at Tigard. Tigard is 84. Median rent kind of shot up there. Price decrease. Everything's pretty stable. Price per square foot is 268 per square foot. So yeah, it's pretty stable there as well. Let's look at Seattle. Some of this number might shock you if you're living in Portland or cheaper part of the country, but their market action is 86 as well. Pretty hot market. Median rent is surprisingly low compared to the price, in my opinion, but it's pretty stable. Inventory is stable. Price decrease is pretty stable. Well, this median days on the market. So this is indicator that they may not be enough homes to show. Do you see how regular these numbers are? That's what it means to me, at least. The price per square foot. So this is where the shocker comes in. The Portland market is anywhere between 250 to about 310. If you go to Lake Oswego, it could jump up to like 400. But Seattle, overall market is $500 per square foot. So you get about 30 to 20 to 30% less home, or 30 to 40% less home than the Portland market. So I think that's one of the reasons why the big companies are moving into Portland, because of lower living costs compared to Seattle or San Francisco. Let's look at San Francisco. Holy smokes. 992 price, per square foot. That's almost like 3 times of the Portland market, almost double of Seattle market. Median list price is $1.6 million. Average days on the market is 51. Median days on the market is 21 days. So anything like, the $1 million property are selling at the same rate as things, $500,000 homes in Portland. It's just insane out there. Median rent is, again, just wow. It's more than double of Portland market. However, the market action is at 58. So this is something I would kind of pay attention to, because San Francisco, I think California homes lead, and then Seattle market follows that, and then the Portland market follows after Seattle. So San Francisco and California market kind of going down a bit when it comes to like the hotness of the market, to 58. More likely, Seattle will follow this in about 6 months, and then another 6 months, Portland will follow. So, meaning 2022, we may see something like this in the Portland market as well. However, there's one variable, is that the California is losing a lot of people. I think because of the homeless issue, wildfire issue, the high tax problem. So I've seen some big companies and folks are moving out to like Las Vegas, Texas, Portland, and Seattle type of thing. So who knows? That could affect the market action a bit. But yeah, so I just wanted to share that with you. So I'm going to conclude my Shawn Realty Report, the only real estate news that you need to watch. And if you have any questions, you know what to do. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.